dear friends, 14th of September, the church celebrates the feast of the Exaltation of the cross. Or we can say the triumph of the cross. I dedicate this little episode to the Mission Sisters of Ajmer, or the MSA, whose congregation feast it is. When we are talking about the exaltation of the cross, that it reminds us of the cross of Christ where he was crucified. We see cross everywhere today. There is no church without a cross. In my own chain, there is a cross here, and we find crosses everywhere. It is a symbol of Christianity because Jesus died on the cross. What do I mean by the triumph of the cross? It means exactly what we say, Satyamev Jayate. In other words, truth will always triumph. The cross will always triumph. But does it? That is the question that we got to think today. What is cross? Cross can be exactly compared to a fanda. In other words, if someone is going to be hanged, that hangman's that rope is like a cross. In the Old Testament, it is said, "Cursed be the man who dies on a tree." In other words, only the worst criminals were hanged on a cross. Otherwise, they were killed by many other means. And now we got to ask, is Jesus, who is the innocent, who had done nothing really, had to be crucified and so ingloriously, then why did it all happen? It all happened because exactly this is what he told Pilate, that I have come to bear witness to the truth. And Pilate says, what is truth? That is the same question I am asking you. And you ask me, what is truth? Is it really truth that triumphs? In India, we may have that as a slogan, but it doesn't triumph. I'm just reminding you the 28 years that Nelson Mandela suffered in the solitary prison. He was suffering because of apartheid. The whole world knew what apartheid was. And yet, all these 28 years, nothing really happened. It took years together until he was released. And then some change came in South Africa. Similarly, look at any revolution in the world. It is the untruth that triumphs. Truth never triumphs. That's the unfortunate part of it. See any country where there is a majority of people, everybody leans towards the untruth even when they know what is the truth. Right from the party to the judiciary to the ordinary man. Because everything looks right. Nobody cares if somebody dies. Nothing really happens. How many of us really today think of Ukraine people? We all know the truth. We watched them for some time. But now we are getting used to it. This happens in every other country. It happens to every other person. How many of them are in the jail because they have fought for a truth? Very few of them come out triumphantly after some time. Many of them are totally forgotten. And it is they who have fought for the truth for years together because they had something in their heart. Jesus was also like that. He had something in his heart. He came down so that he may stand for truth. But no one accepted him. Ultimately, it wasn't the triumph of the cross. He was killed, he was hanged and naked. It is only later on things became visible to others. Then we can say it was a triumph. So today, we ask the same question. Is the majority always with the truth or with the untruth? Am I with the truth or with the untruth? Even when I know what is truth, I often don't support the truth. Because it is easy to go with the majority. It is easy to go with people who say the same thing again and again, where a lie told 1,000 times becomes a truth. That is the sad part of it. But yet, it is a truth that must triumph if this world must exist. There should be harmony in the world. If there should be brotherhood in the world. If there should be certain amount of people who are in minority are also liked. This is the same thing. So today, as we are celebrating this feast, whereby we'll be decorating our churches or decorating our crosses, we need to rethink, are we with the truth? Are we with the triumph of the truth? Am I ready to fight for truth when it comes to me? Or I simply go away, I simply move with the crowd? That is the question. That is exactly the question that Jesus is asking me. When he said, if you wish to be my disciple, take up your cross and follow me. Easily said than done. It's only Paul who said, I have been co-crucified with Christ. It is not I who live, but Christ who lives in me. Not just a slogan. He meant it. And many, many others who have died for the truth, they meant it. Ultimately, that is exactly what must happen. Doesn't happen. Maybe we need to think, we need to imagine, we need to reflect. So my dear friends, and very especially I wish the Mission Sisters of Ajmer a very happy feast of the Exaltation of the Cross. But may the entire congregation, every member of them, rethink the values that they are following. The words that were given by the great founder, Fortunatus Como, they become real today as we are wanting him to be a saint. It's difficult. It is easy to celebrate, but not easy to live according to the cross. Thank you. God bless.